I have a clip in my hair. Good morning. Just organizing the stuff on my table. Good morning. No construction today, so woohoo. I mean, no, I'm grateful for the construction. I just get anxiety around new people that I've never met, but everybody in the construction crew, and there's a lot of them, were incredibly kind and sweet. So let me give you a recap of what the last 3 or 4 days been. All right, so I don't know if you guys remember in my captain's log where we had no electricity and no water for like a couple days because during a storm one of the county's trees went through a plumbing system that is for 4 of the townhouses. I'm in the middle. Well, I'm one of the. There's a house on the side, a house inside, and another house that all got affected by it. And it kept, even though they restored power, like there was issues with like if you if you had to flush the toilet, you had to hold the toilet down until the water fully goes down. There was a lot of issues with the plumbing and so happenly the electricity. My house was built in 1978, and so it has all its original plumbing and all of its original electric wiring. Now with it there, I have the house is I love my house. If you guys were all by me, I would invite you over. I love it. It's not big, it's not showy, but it's homey. It's so homey. Like you will feel so comfortable. That's kind of essence I like to have my house to be, is to feel like you could just stay here forever. So what happened was we were still having issues getting the county to work with you and 3 other people to get repairs. Has been a very taxing time. It's been like over 8 months. So what they had to do is you had to come up with your own contractors too to see what needs to be repaired because of the flooding and because of whatever. Our small deck, and when I say small, only the dogs were able to lay on it. Our small deck was damaged in the back, and our French tunnels for the water filtrations from that goes off the roof when it rains was damaged. So we were getting damage from one of the bathrooms downstairs because that's where that wall hit. So the way they presented it to us was that we would have to come up with our contractor. They come with their contract. We pay for ours and they pay for theirs. We were like scared. We were like, okay, it's going to take all of our savings and whatnot. But something happened magically. It was a total blessing. Habitat for Humanity stepped in and they were like, we'll help you. And we were like, okay. And the reason why we found it out is our other neighbor got the same thing. They were like, Habitat for Humanity will help because they know this isn't our fault. It's a county issue, whatever. So I thought they were just going to re-put wood on the deck, go do the shillings and the like things on the roof to help protect it, and maybe help with the French draining. A French draining is really cool because it goes underground and you don't see the draining pipe above ground. And that takes work because they have to dig like anywhere from 2 to 3 feet and then a tuggle, put the French drain, put rocks and bricks, and then put dirt. And then plant seeds of grass so it can look like it's effortlessly there. You don't really notice until water comes out of that hole. They did so much more. And I feel so tremendously blessed right now. It's not even funny. One, they extended our deck. They extended the deck to the whole width, not the whole length, but the whole width. So it's like now 12 feet across and like 6 feet wide, when before it was like 3 feet by 2 feet. So it made our backyard look even bigger than what it was. So I felt like I had an HTV moment. Kendall was up there working with them, and same with the kids, but I was working on orders and getting prepping for the convention. That's going to be in the next month, because tomorrow's May, so I get to finally say next month I do the convention. They fix some of the plumbing, most of the plumbing issues. They help with a lot of the electrical issues. We still have some issues with electrical, and they helped with some of the landscaping in the front. So I was like in tears yesterday when I seen it, because our house looks so different. They help fix those areas. There is an issue because it's been raining here really bad in Maryland. If anyone's in the Delmarva area, you understand what we're going through. It's raining bad. It rained so bad that the meter reader that's from BG&E. BG&E is the electric company for Delmarva. Delmarva is Delaware, Virginia, and Maryland, and of course that encompasses also Washington, D.C. So it somehow came out. I have power here in the basement. We have power on the third floor with all of our rooms, but the second story has no power except the kitchen. But I am knocking on wood, because that means none of our stuff in our refrigerator is bad. The kitchen's not affected, but like the guest bathroom, the living room, the dining room, basically the living quarters that the family lives in during the day when they're not asleep, no electricity whatsoever. They were able to fix electrical outlets, because after that storm, I had no electrical outlets that I could use on one side of the house. So whenever I had to sew with a machine, I would have to plug, unplug, and plug in another machine, because there was no outlets. So there's that. And then, like, oh, you can't see behind me is our breaker box, and because of the how the water was hitting into the the building, it went through our electric box. I almost got electrocuted, because the way it happened was it happened the other night. Hope Faith was on the computer or something, like she's like, Mom, none of the electrical stuff except the one in the kitchen are working on the second floor. Kendall was gone. He was taking Kinkin to his football game, so I go downstairs. I go into the electric where our breakers are, and I flipped the ones for the main light, and I got shocked because the water from the outside trickled into our breaker box. I flipped it back, got shocked, but I didn't get electrocuted. And then I looked around all over, keep shaking out my hand. And then when they came in on Sunday, they were like, it's this rain. So right now we have like a tarp over the meter reader and where the water comes in. And we should have people coming out either on Monday or Tuesday for that. I think it's going to be Tuesday. And we have one more thing, because of the rain and that one storm that destroyed everything in the tree. We have to get a replacement on one of the windows in the back of our house. So that's coming up soon too. But the majority of the construction is done. Everybody was incredibly nice. It was good. The county worked really nice. We came together. The county really wanted to get this done before the season of nor'easters and hurricanes. In Maryland, in the Delmarva area, pretty much everything up the East Coast, from Florida on up. We had hurricane season starts in June and ends in November. So usually you'll see people on the East Coast trying to prep their house like between March and April and May, when it's like not as cold as the winter's been, but to prep their house, because that's when hurricane season happens for us. And this weather's been wonky, so I'm expecting some hurricanes. So that's the gist. That's the boring stuff. So what my plans are today is, one, when I get off here, if you're part of the Patreon group, I'm going to be hopping on and I'm going to be streaming and showing you how to finish up. We're going to finish up. We already did the lining, and that's the exterior. We're going to put them together, and then we're going to make the grommets, and I'm going to show you how to make the chains. And of course, we're going to be streaming that. It shouldn't take that long. Hopefully like an hour and a half. All machines are okay. Pedals okay. It's been like a series of events. So I wanted to bring a couple things. Like I told you, I'll always let you know what's going on in the sewing world. Again, Mojo Sews has this like really cool clip thing where it holds your it holds when you're like edge coating in place, so you're not like getting it everywhere. If you ever see me edge coat like yesterday, I will get edge coat all over my hands, my face, my shirt, because I'm a messy painter. Like, I'm not a good I'm good at it. It looks good, the end results, but I don't look good at the end of it. So I want to briefly go over all the bags that were either made today or what are part of the testing team. I wasn't able to show you guys the Hinterguard from Lavender and Twine. I'm actually using this bag right now. I like to test bags before oops, sorry, hold on. Un momento. All right. So the Hinterguard. This is from Lavender and Twine. It is a nice size. I had someone keep telling me I enlarged it. No, I didn't. It just it's a nice size. Here is my Samsung phone compared to it. It's not very big. It looks bigger than what it is. It's a really illusion, and I think it's because this part right here kind of sinks in, so it kind of gives you a making the bag bigger than what it is. You need extra large rivets. That's like the only specialty hardware you need for the sides, because it goes through and through. That you're going to learn how to do French seams. In the inside of my bag, I used black cork and I did pink stitching. And this beautiful cork is from So Many Creations. I'm going to be asking for birthday gift cards for her shop because I love her cork. It's a little bit more pricier than like you would get it from like So Sweetness or Cork Supply, and there's a reason. This is her art. This is her art. You're not going to get it anywhere else. This is Jessica's art, and her art is Chef Kiss. So on the inside, you have one big pocket with a slip pocket on the side. You have a center divider and another slip pocket. And then these close up to give it its really cool shape. I'm not a big fan of pink, and I love this. Look, this bag is I will make this bag for someone else, but this one's mine. I've actually been wearing it for about almost 2 weeks, and I get so many compliments on this bag. It's a beautiful bag, and it's not like Erica's known for making really big stabilized piece, and I think the reason why I love this is it has everything that you would get from stabilization, but not like I didn't interface my cork at all. Cork has a lot of stability when it's not. I like a slouchy bag, but like something that has a little bit of structure. I love the center divider pocket. You can stick your phone in, candy, and then to show you how big it is. This is my wallet. Yeah, it's a hot mess, but I've had this Triskel wallet for almost 3 years now. Or whenever she came out with this pattern, that's how old this is. I love this wallet. I'm thinking about making it in this so it can match, but it's hard for me to part for it because all the card slots, everything, there's not one stitch out of place. It looks good. It's still mine, and then it's also edge painted iridescent. So I have my wallet in here. I just want to show you because sometimes you show people bags and they're like, well, what can I fit in it? My sunglasses. I'm extra in my life, okay? Dr. Paper notes. And I haven't put anything else in there. I don't carry a lot of stuff in my bag because I usually have a little human or a husband that's like, oh, can you carry this? So you gotta accommodate your bag. So this is a really fun bag. Erica has a very lengthy and detail oriented accompanying videos for these. It's out of all of Erica's bags, this bag comes down the fastest. For me, my fastest bag from Erica was the Harith. The only reason why it wasn't the fastest is cutting out the little t-shirt pieces. If you have the pattern, you know what I know. You know what I know. Just cutting out those little t-shirt pieces, trying not to cut into corners has always been an issue for me. So I use a box cutter now for those when it gets to the corners like that. So Harith comes together probably from cut to finish for me about 3 hours. This took like an hour and a half from cut to finish. It's just following measurements. There's not a whole lot of things you stabilize. So I actually use quilting cotton, so I did stabilize that with some sew fuse. And that's it. I wanted something nice and easy and breezy. I wanted a new purse, and so I did the two-tone strap and some strap ins. And I love, love, love these. I got these from Ohio Supply on Etsy. Oh my god, adore these. So that's my bag. Let me put this on the side. And these are the bags that I made whilst everybody was doing anything. I love the Hinterland bag. It's really nice. My wallet's a Triskel from Sonar. She has a video for that. That's the only Sonar pattern I don't make because she has a very good exclusive video for it. So yesterday, I feel like my 2 or 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, well, I haven't finished Sunday, I have pattern testing, has been knotted thread. So I did the Aries. I did a nice intricate strap. My edge painting is the ecru white to go with this. You got the Felix potion because it's the potion from Harry Potter. And then you got this really cool zipper color that matches this black. So I really like this one. I think I can't wait. That's going into my Awesome Con thing. And again, I did do her Gaia. I feel like her Gaia is is way longer than the Aries. If you're looking for a fun, fast make, the Aries is really easy. I think the Gaia is easy too. It's mostly cutting out intricate pieces, like cutting out the facing. This is a Supernatural one. This fabric I got from Twist and Needle Textile. Just a quick shout out for them. The owner, Tabitha, is going to be walking away, starting a new adventure. She's no longer going to do fabric. If you're in a part of her group, you have from yesterday until the end of May to put in an order, and then that's it. She's not doing fabric ever again. She's actually doing really cool boudoir photographs, and she's amazing. So this is her print, and I surely did order a couple yards of this because this is a very good print for me sales wise. People love it that love Supernatural. This was the last of it. I have a little Supernatural pole from Wizardry Stitchery. I have a really cool Supernatural pole, and I think this is from Nightmare Stitches. That's the Dean's car, the Impala. And then I did everything waterproof canvas, a slip pocket, and on the back you have another. So total knotted threads weekend. I like this. Okay, so I got to show you a little bit yesterday, but I don't think I showed you the full extent. So I made the Fierce Kitten, and I made a couple of modifications. First, I wanted this to look like this is somebody's back from Star Wars that like lives in the rugged terrain. So this is, I didn't take away from her pattern. I just added this. This is part of her pattern, having a contrasting band. I just added the contrasting bag into this zipper pocket, so we didn't have to fold over and do a zipper facing. We can just do however. I put some Rebel symbols grommets, and then my modification was I sewed the outside so that way it gave it structure so it didn't slouch when I put it down. And this is actually supposed to be a messenger bag. You're supposed to have a D-ring here or a D-ring here. I decided to make this where not only it's a messenger bag, but an adjustable strap backpack. But I like this because this gives it a little bit more Star Wars feel, like that rugged. So as you adjust these down, you can wear it as a crossbody or a shoulder bag as well. I love doing modifications like this. This might be a short modification that I teach in the future, but yes, I felt like this went really well together. I used a couple of scraps of different vinyls. Like this vinyl right here is from Cellrite. This vinyl is the scrap leftover I had from Celine Blue Calla, and this is a leftover from some Mora. So like I use a lot of leftover scraps. I use my top stitching as accent features throughout the bag to give it that more structure, more rugged look. I'm hoping whoever gets this bag is in love because I absolutely love this print, and I love how it kind of coordinates with the front. And there, of course, is your zipper pocket and a nice slip pocket. It's soft, it's pliable, but it looks like it has a lot of structure because I wanted to look like it had structure but be soft against the body. And the adjustable straps, the reason why I like it is because you can wear it as a backpack if you're at a convention or around with your friends. If I was to do this backpack again, I probably would add another pocket back here to put your cell phone and your wallet. But I love this because then if you want to do messenger bag because you're tired, you can do that. You can do it as a shoulder bag, and I love many options. I'm actually I'm tampering with how to make the Gaia into a backpack. Yeah, thank you. I like how the grommets were used as well. Yes, yes, I did do that's one of my favorite videos on Patreon. Was how I turned you could turn into a crossbody strap into a backpack one. I think it's really important because you have people like me. I love backpacks. I love crossbodies. I'm not a big, huge fan of shoulder bags unless it's an oversized tote and I know I'm going to be using it at farmer's market or going to the beach or, something like that. But for an everyday thing, no. So I made those. I have a Tuesday tote cut out on my table, but I need to test because I didn't test yesterday. And thank goodness I listened to myself because while I was cutting out the Aries, I sliced my finger so bad. It was bleeding a lot. And my daughter was down here with me, Hope, because she didn't want to hear all the noise, and this was one of the quietest places in the house. And I was like, "Hey, Hope, can you go get your dad for me?" And then she's like, "What did you do?" I was like, "I cut my finger." She's like, "Is it bad?" I'm like, "I'm basically stemming off all the blood right now by the pressure of my fingers, so if you can get your dad, so that way as I get stuff, it's not like geysering everywhere." And I'm glad that I sometimes when your body's telling you no, you need to listen to it. If your heart's telling you no, your mind's telling you no, you got to listen to it because you can make really bad accidents. Like I was fairly certain because I stopped the bleeding like 6 hours after. I was fairly certain that I need stitches. But because of where it's located on my finger, it doesn't hurt. This is the finger that I had a needle go through on the 5550. No, I'm sorry, on the 1541S, and I broke the tip of my finger. So they were able to say my fingernail. They said my fingernail wasn't going to grow back. It grew back, but I don't have any filling on the tip of my finger, which is an issue. You first you're like it's not an issue, but when you don't feel pain, you can't regulate if you need to go get help or whatever. The only reason why I knew I cut my finger is because the fabric, I seen droplets. I was like, what is going? And then I seen it pouring down my hand. I still don't feel where it is. I could feel when it's throbbing when he wrapped gauze off of my finger, but I can't actually feel the pain of the cut because I have no feeling in the fingertip. And that's why I think I injure this fingertip all the time because there's no feeling. Good morning. Yeah. No, I didn't get stitches. He wound up wrapping it up really, really tight. He stopped the bleeding. It's open, but it's not bleeding anymore. So I don't think I need it. I called I have tons of family members that are nurse practitioners and doctors and chemists and whatever. And they were like, just stop the bleeding. If it doesn't stop bleeding in X amount of hours, go get stitches. I hate going to the ER or the urgent care because I feel like when they're asking you questions, it's not like they show on TV, like, oh, we really just care about you. I feel like it's like, why did you cut your finger? I don't know. I was working. So, yeah. So those are my plans today. Once I get off of here, grab all the stuff for Patreon, finish this a net back here. I have my lining. We're going to be doing a recessed zipper in this, and we're going to be making some really cool handles. I will show it to you guys manana. I'm really excited about it because I have different ways they can put grommets in different things that I've been collecting for this. So if people don't have it for a handheld, there's so many other ways to do it. There's force fit. You can buy a regular setter. There's screw-ins. There's so many ways you can put in grommets now. It's actually quite beautiful. I'm going to be using force fit today because when I use screw-ins, I swear to you, it takes me like 2 hours to do 4. Between cutting them out, it just takes 2 hours to do 4. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be hitting holes. I have my hole punch ready. So I'm going to hit some holes on the ground, on the concrete. They won't be able to see that, they'll just hear it. And I don't think it'll phase any of my neighbors because the noises that came out this weekend, there were so many. So many noises. And it's been raining all week. And it's going to supposedly going to be raining the rest of the week too. So, 'tis spring season. Yay! Yeah. So, that's it. So Mojo Sews has her thing for edge painting. I've seen some other cool stuff. There's like when I hopped onto Facebook last night to look at notifications and catch up, there are so many cool bag patterns out right now, like just epic bag patterns. There's like a few that I want. There's one that's like a 3D. It looks like a bowler bag, but it has like a more of a 3D shape in the front. I'm curious on how that gets in, like, created. Like, I'm really curious on how that. I think I'm gonna get the pattern just to see how they do the 3D. Like, it's like a bubble. It's a really weird, but it showcases fabric really pretty. And I know a lot of Tulip Pink came out this week because I've been seeing it everywhere. And at first I didn't think I wanted some, but some of those lighter pastel green colors are just so pretty and they're calling to me. Yes. Yes, the one from Sophisticated. I like how the front looks. Like, I want to either make it a baseball or Darth Vader's helmet. And just because of the shape of it, all these characters started popping in my heads will look really cute. I like the Jovi too. The only thing that I'm intrigued, the only thing that's stopping me, and there's no hate, is that all the testers have like a pinching area where the pocket is. So I'm curious if that area needs maybe a little bit more, like a smaller seam allowance, or it's pinching like it's getting pulled versus like sitting naturally. So I'm trying to get it. So if it's shaped like this, the area in the middle is kind of, I don't know if she did that on purpose to have like an hourglass, but where the pocket is right here, it's like pinching, and it makes it look odd. And I don't know if they're using Decoville light, because I would think that bag would need foam because of the shape and the flexibility that foam has. So that's the only reason why I haven't got the Jovi yet, is I keep looking at all the testers. She's like slowly having testers roll out bags every day. And I like all the ones I've seen are absolutely gorgeous, but every single one has that pinching sensation right where the pocket is. And I don't know if that's from, if the pattern piece is too little, if they need to add like a half an inch more into the middle of the pattern piece so that way it won't have that. I don't know. I'm not a pattern designer. It's just something that I noticed. There's a lot of beautiful patterns out there right now. I do see that there's a pull side tote. I don't know who it's from, but I've seen Susie make it and Beth make it, and they look really pretty, and it looks perfect for a pull side. Like, the side pockets have like mesh to put your water bottles, and I'm like, yes, think outside the box. Think outside the box. That pattern, yeah, the pattern's on my list. The one from Sophisticated is on my list, because I immediately, when I seen it, I was like, I'm going to turn that into a Darth Vader helmet. That's the first thing I thought. Yeah, the bag is phenomenal, because I can see where they do the origami on the side. When I first seen that one, I was like, I want to make this, because I love that zipper pocket. It kind of reminds me a little bit of how Car Threads did the zipper pocket on the Mercury. I want to actually use this zipper pocket technique on a backpack. I'm going to modify a backpack for a strike off, and I'm going to use that thing. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. I looked at it, but I'm like, something that pulling, that cinching in the waist, like it's a corset. I was like, okay, that's the only thing. I don't know if it's meant to look like that. If it's meant to be like an hourglass shape, then cool, but I have no idea. It's on every, bless you, it's on every single person's back. So I'm thinking it's purposely, or what. I noticed the person that I guess I need to get the pattern just to figure it out, because there is one bag that doesn't have the cinching, but her side pieces where her gusset is literally a half an inch above the pocket. It looks like everyone that tried to line up the sides and the pocket has a cinched in waist, and anyone that didn't line it up doesn't have it. So I don't know what's going on there. This is just observation. I don't have the pattern, so I don't know how it goes. Yeah, a lot of tension. No, Loki's not in my room. He's just dancing above my head. he's he's free now, guys. And he is letting us know he's grabbing things and doing his typical Loki stuff. Yeah, he's free now. So Loki is free. He was gonna get a bath today, but it is raining. So hopefully I can ask Hope to do it sometime. It's supposed to rain all this week. I did do the apple cider, half apple cider vinegar, half water that you guys suggest, and holy crap, does that neutralize dog odor? Like I would have never thought of that. Like at first he smelled like a salad, and I was like, ooh, I want some salad with a dash of apple cider vinegar or vinegar. He smelled like I like the way apple cider vinegar smells. I know I'm weird. But then, like, the next day when you would kiss him or snuggle him, he didn't smell like apple cider vinegar. He didn't smell like anything. It really neutralizes dog odor. Like, and his coat was even, Loki has a shiny coat. His coat was even extra shiny. Like, let me put some sunglasses on, bro. Your hair is blinging. So I was like, So yeah, I'm going to say no hate to the Jovi. Like, I really want it because it kind of reminds me of, what is that? So Sweetness pattern that you fold in. It's supposed to be a more masculine dock kit. She has one more that folds in like origami where the flap goes in and goes into the sides. It reminds me of that, and that's immediately wanted to do it because those are my favorite kind of patterns when they have like the pattern pieces are like have bird arms and then they fold in and on something. It just looks so cool. It makes the curves on the side look more better. It's just when I looked at that, that's all I can see. But you go to the group and look at, or go into her page and look. The people that do not line up the sides to the pocket have no cinched in waist. The people who lined it up to the sides of the pocket has that cinched in waist where like it has happy lines. It's weird. But yes, the sophisticated one with the thing, I'm thinking like Darth Vader face, Baby Yoda face. Like I have like a million faces at, because it has a really cool 3-dimensional thing. I'm like, I'm gonna make it into something. Maybe a BB-8. Oh, that would be a really cute BB-8 head. That would be a cute BB-8. As you can tell, I have May the 4th on my mind. So as soon as I'm done with the tester bag today, I'm gonna start cutting out. I have this idea that I want to present this bag on May the 4th, and I think I have everything I need for it. I'm nervous because it is a bag pattern that's well known, but the modifications I'm doing to it, it's gonna make it look a little bit different. I have really cool handles and everything that I'm gonna do with it. You never know if I'm gonna present it on May the 4th, and you never know, that might be one of the Patreons bag that we modify, because it is a lot. There's a lot I put into this bag. There's a Novi. That's what my aunt calls me, or she used to call me My Little Novi. May the 4th. Okay, so May the 4th is Star Wars Day. Instead of May the Force be with you, it's May the 4th be with you, and it's like the kickoff of Star Wars Celebration. The next day, the Revenge of the 5th is the 5th, and then we have Revenge of the Sith, which is the 6th. It's like it's just May the 5th is a lot of days. It's Cinco de Mayo to celebrate, Mexican and Hispanic heritage. But May the 4th is huge, and a lot of fabric groups in our Facebook world use it too. They start selling all their fabrics for Star Wars, because it's just a celebration of Star Wars. So it's really big for me. If you're friends with me on Facebook and you go through my timeline, you will see that there's tons of like Star Wars references on there. So May the 5th is it's basically like kickoff Star Wars, kickoff summer, and it's generally whenever they do have a Star Wars movie, a major one, it happens around that time too. So May the 4th, May the 6th, and May the 4th through the 6th is all Star Wars stuff. So yeah, So I have that, and I'm excited and I'm getting nervous because that means I have like 5 weeks to prep for the con, 4 weeks to prep for the retreat in North Carolina. I'm really excited about that. I'm not going to even lie. I'm really, really, really excited. First, the plane ride is it's going to be like 45 minutes up and down. Second, the airport is only like 20 minutes from the facility, and then Sandra blocked off rooms. I think I'm just going to have so much fun, and so many cool people are coming. Nicole from New Moxie's coming, and if you guys know her just on Facebook and how nice and sweet she is, when you meet her in person, she's an incredible person. Like, she just smiles and she's happy all the time, and it becomes contagious. You start smiling and just she's just like that. Like, I don't know, she's just a very happy person, and it's somebody that you want to be around because she makes it contagious because she's like authentically her, and she's just an amazing person. I don't know. Oh, Jove. Oh, Jove. It's from, I don't know who's from. I want to say Kai Papaya. Is it okay? Somebody will help me out. The Jovi is a bag. It looks. Where's my phone? It looks really cool. Oh, un momento. Let's see. No, that's not even where I was trying to go in. It's been on my feed a lot. Okay, hold on. So here's Sue Reed's. It's, if you look, it's Kai Papaya. If you look on Sue's, hold on. There, it's right here. I noticed if they try to line up the sides with this pocket, that's where that buckling happened. Um, and Sue makes the best bags I've ever seen. I want to meet her in real life. This is the one that they were soliciting. And see, it's less buckling when it's like 1/4 of an inch above that line. It's just something I shouldn't. I noticed. That's what I noticed when I look at tester bags. It's a beautiful bag. Like, this is Kelly Tolles. She doesn't have that cinching. Kelly does not have it. That and Kelly's bag is one of the bags that made me want to get it. I don't know. This is how I look at bags. This is another one, and they try to line up the sides so you get that weird rippling cinching in thing. So if I get it, I want to see if does that pattern needs just like a 1/4 or a less sleeve allowance around that side so it can be less cinching. But yeah, oh yeah, trust me, I have made her laptop case for like, I know, I just need the pattern pieces to cut out. I don't need the pattern. I have made it for so many people, so many men, women, non-binary. Like, I have made, that is one of my biggest patterns for her because it's very detailed. Kaya's patterns are amazing. There's actually a tote that I want to make from her too. But the Jovi was the one that I wanted to make. But I have those two questions, and I'm probably not going to get the answers unless I get the pattern myself and see what it is. Because I have no idea if they use Decaville Light or foam. But if they're not using foam, I kind of think if they do, you won't have that cinching because foam stretches with the vinyl. When you put Decaville Light on vinyl, it reduces the stretching. So, yeah. It could be too much thickness there too, and if they just reduce the bulk in that area, cutting it out. I'm not too sure, but I know that there's hope because I am a big fan of Kelly. Um, I'm a huge fan of Kelly Tolles. I know you know her bags. That woman is a phenomenal bag maker. And hers was the one that I was like, yeah, I wanna buy that. This bag is gorgeous, and there's just absolutely gorgeous. Oh man, I was wearing my Purple Rain shirt yesterday. Wow, right here, and I'm wearing Riri today. So yeah, I love this pocket right here. That's why I wanted to get it. I had some ideas to make some futuristic bags. So this is a very, very cool. And see, this shows again, oops, this shows again that area I'm talking about. Kelly's doesn't do it. So it could be just reducing the bulk or whatever. So I do want to get the pattern eventually, but I most likely won't be able to even get into it until after Comic Con, because I'm testing a pattern for Toby Styles today that I think comes out this week, and I need to make a video for. And I think you're gonna love it because I don't know how Toby's mind works. She could take the most high-end bag you could possibly get in the world and make it where you can have it in very simple steps that are easy to follow. Like, I'm really excited to work on hers today. And then Jacqueline from Clutching Couture. I believe hers is going to be coming launching out on May the 4th. I have this really cool fabric I'm going to use for hers, and it has a lot of structure in her bag. So those are the newest testing things that I'm going to be working on. I don't think I'm going to be working on any more testers unless if Backstock asks me, I automatically does it, because Namira's patterns are amazing. Backstock reminds me of So Sweetness and Sewing Patterns with Mrs. H. Whenever they give me a new pattern, I feel always like 100% confident. Normally when I test a pattern, I have my confidence is like at a 50% because I might not be familiarized on the person's back techniques or whatever. So Sweetness, Crafty Gemini, and Backstock have this one thing in common. Their formula is try and true. So you know exactly what is your seam allowance. You know exactly how they do the curves. You know exactly how their gussets fit, the whole 9 yards. So I love sewing for them because I feel like I'm confident when I make it. So therefore I can produce a bag that kind of exudes what I'm feeling. Does that make sense? When I'm not confident in a bag, you could tell. You could look at a bag and be like, Shinova, so this kind of freaking off. And it's usually when I do my first bag. But I feel Toby always has me learning new techniques, learning new glue methods. I do contact cement now for vinyl because of her. The fumes are outrageous, but once the contact cement adheres to each other, that bad boy ain't going nowhere. The fumes are crazy. Do it in a well ventilated area, not a basement, or you'll just be high as a kite on glue. Ask me how I know. And I'm excited about that. Clutching Couture, Jacqueline, I like her because she reminds me, she could take somebody's dream bag and make it in reality. She takes her time, she gets that spirit, she gets that sojo flowing, and she just, oh, I see this. She reminds me, she probably doesn't know what I'm going to be doing. Tomorrow, people, is the Met Gala. All right, listen to me, bag people. Listen to me. When it comes down to the Oscars, when it comes down to the Met, when it comes down to Fashion Week, you need to watch. These are the trends that are going to make our bag poppin'. Just like spring line had a lot of messenger bags with patches on it. That's why I automatically was like, I'm making this with a whole lot of patches all over it. You watching it, we take a lot of our techniques and what we colors, fabrics from Fashion Week. It's kind of, you ever seen Devil Wear Prada? Like, it's explained how we may not think we're fashionable, but the shirt that we're wearing comes from some fashion designer. It could have been 10 years ago, whatever, and they got transferred down to like Walmart or whatever. Fashion all leads from somebody in their creativity. This is a thing that you can watch, one, because it's hilarious to watch a whole bunch of celebrities dress into something that you like. It's essentially their Halloween couture style, and you get a lot of bells and whistles. Like, you could take one person's outfit, like let's take Cardi B. She had this really pretty feather one, and that year feathers were really in on bags. So like, I watched this to see how I can incorporate what this year's it thing for fall is. So what happens is Met Gala is usually doing the season after, not summer. It's usually fall and winter. So go and look if you have a chance. Even if you don't want to watch it the next day, just like skim through a news article to see who had best dress and whatever. Like Fashion Week like when Joan Rivers was aligned, it's a huge thing because it trickles down to what's going to be brought in Macy's or Nordstrom's or Target or Walmart. It it all comes from these designers, and this is a tool that you can use in your bag making. If you see that blues are really in and mixing it with pink, you could try it on your bag. Like it's and you'll get weird compliments because people subliminally see these things on the news or on a reading an article or on Instagram, and then when they'll gravitate to your bag because it's already been implanted in their mind that these two things go together. So that's off me off my soapbox. I love fashion weeks. I like watching it. It's just I'm always intrigued, and I have a friend that every year when we're watching Met Gala, we automatically are like Instagramming each other who's the best dressed, who's the worst dressed, because it's big. It trickles down to us. Oh, thank you, Kendall. It's the caffeine. Thank you, baby. Um, so just something to look. So tomorrow, Met Gala. I'm excited. I'm not too thrilled about the theme, but I don't think I really fully grasp it. Like, I didn't like my favorite theme was the Pope one, but I liked it because the costumes were absolutely crazy. Um, like, oh, here, I'm not a big fan of the Kardashians for many reasons. I do have weird respect. Even if I don't like you, I try to make some reason why I should like you. They build their empire out of something sleazy, but they're still relevant. So obviously they're doing something right. When Kim Kardashian squeezed into the Marilyn Monroe dress, I was with the masses like, this is a classic dress. why, why are you in it? What, you're not Marilyn, right? But because of that, a lot of bags did throwbacks to the 50s, 60s, and 70s, mostly the 60s and 50s, because of Marilyn. Even Besame came out with the Marilyn Monroe collection for makeup because of that dress being re-entered into the world and more eyes get to see it that many eyes never seen it before. So just keep that in mind. You may not like a lot of the actors and actresses. I'm here with you. They have a very privileged life and I'm a little jealous. But just that fashion you can bring into your bags. Kendall, Karen said, can she have one, please? Karen said, Karen said that she wants a coffee, please. She said, he said, do you want vanilla cream or do you want some heavy cream? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The purple roses with Jacqueline is really pretty. Um, let's see. It's not the Pope one anymore. So hold on. That was interesting. There's some controversy over it too. The theme is Karl Lagerfeld, The Line of Beauty. So I wonder if we're gonna see like a lot of like Adam and Eve naked style. There's always controversy over the Met Gala theme. I feel like if it doesn't, it's not gonna be a good theme. So yeah, Karl Langford, A Line of Beauty is a thing. Let's see. Why is it that? It says House of His Clothes. It's luxurious brand. So we're gonna see some bad and bougie. Bad and bougie. That should just be. Why won't that just be a theme? Just be. I'm bad. Yeah. So I'm excited. I like to see it. I wait for everybody. Oh, but the person I'd love to see in Met Gala is Ryan Reynolds' wife. She's not going this year. She says she's gonna watch it, but all of her dresses. She's the one that did that Belle dress, no, beauty dress where she comes in pink and then when they unbutton her, her dress turned blue, like Sleeping Beauty. Oh, chef kiss. And we've seen a lot of that this year. We've seen a lot of vinyls that go one color to a next. That's what I'm saying. Things all like, I'm telling you, it all works out in some weird way. You'll see a color that's more prominent than You'll see haircuts. A lot of the haircuts that we get for the rest of the year are based off of some of the cuts that people wear. It's really cool. I know. But I know she's good. She just had a baby, and I know she looks amazing. I always like her Met Gala thing, and I always laugh because her whenever she has a dress transformation, like Ryan Reynolds is like legitimately, I never seen this dress. Oh my god, his facial expression when they did the beauty, like when they did the pink to the blue, was like priceless. So yeah, Met Gala tomorrow, people, because I'm going to talk about it on Tuesday about what was a hit and what was a miss. I'm not going to do like Joan Rivers because only Joan Rivers could be Joan Rivers and rest your soul. um, but I will tell you what I think might be happening. I like to look also what goes on in Fashion Week in Paris for future stuff because certain colors play notes for fall and winter, and it's pretty cool. So I am going to hop off of here. I'm going to drink my coffee, and then I'm going to stream on Patreon to finish up this bag and then test Toby Styles and then put a deep conditioner in my hair because I deserve it. So I hope everyone just has a really good weekend. I know, don't have a case of the Sundays. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy it like it's Saturday. And then I will see you all on Monday. Be safe. Talk to you guys later. Bye. I'm ready for